Well, son of a bitch. 13 minutes into the video, and I realized I did not turn on the microphone, and that's just way too much to try to go back and remember what I said over lip sync or something. So, take two, and a very warm welcome to you one and all, wherever you may be viewing from. Welcome to this week's grill. I was about to say grilling on the bayou. That's tomorrow night. We're still at Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, somewhat confused and disheveled. And I swear these damn microphones give me more grief. But at any rate, we are back on the third round of getting to the bottom of our awesome Lynch Mining Black Label Mega Jar. Not to be confused with the MAGA jar, which is much greater, but still very nice here. Thanks to our good friend, Mr. Ron Anders, who had this sitting on his shelf for over a couple of years and said he does a lot of prospecting on the Great Lakes, so he deals with more than his share of black sand, and somehow this just seemed less inviting to him, apparently, after he'd been out there for a while. Said he'd like to see it done on my channel, so I'm very honored and grateful for the opportunity to. I've never done any of this, so that's very cool to get to do, and it's not around anymore, so just plus on this. So this is the video where you're going to guess the weight of what the final amount is that comes out of this. You've already seen the gold that we got out from the last two videos, and then you got a good look at it at the end of the last video, episode 145. This is episode 146 of Paydirt Reviews, as incredible as that sounds. But so yeah, we still have about that much left in there, and we were getting 3 to 16 little pieces out of each scoop. I'd already done one scoop that I'd gone through, and I did find two pieces. This is the next round I was about to do, and like I said, I realized that I did not have the mic turned on. So, and once the unit's plugged in the phone, if you don't have the mic on, it's dead air. So big congratulations to Mr. Alan Curry, who won the 2-year comment giveaway from last week's video. 2 years of Friday night videos this week. It's just a busy month here in February for the channel. We had 2 years of that. Then just the last week hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. So this is the 1,000 subscriber giveaway for guessing the weight. We'll also be doing a 1,000 subscriber live chat giveaway during this video. So kind of had to do that since that's kind of what kicked off the Friday Night Live chats and made it so fun. A lot of times is guessing the number, guessing the color. Tonight's going to be guessing the shape. You're going to want to think quadradecahedron type stuff. No, I'm kidding. It'll just be guess a number, any number between 1 and 100. As long as it's the same number I guess, you win. But don't be putting in any numbers. Anybody that puts in a number is disqualified before the bell. No, I'm just kidding. But you'll hear the either the bell chime or the clapper hit, or if it's Halloween, it could be a scream. And that's when you start entering your guesses. So, but yeah, Alan won last week's the over half-gram bottle of the 2 years on Friday Night Chats video. And so this week is for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway of the guess the weight that you'll enter the weight on this video. Number 0.00 grams. We're only doing 3 digits total on this one. We're not having the fourth because I think it'll be spread out enough not to worry about that. And it's been I got the notification actually from last week, I just didn't see it, of 250,000. Actually, it's 251,000 now views on the channel. So that's I think it's, was it 13,500 hours of viewing time. So for you guys to spend 13,000 hours, 13,500 hours on the channel here with me is, like I said, that is the greatest number and the greatest compliment of any numbers or any analytics that I can think of, to, like I said, to me. So I really appreciate that. A lot of you guys have been there, in the live chat since the very start. We'll be 3 years on the channel in May. I think it's May 12th from my first video in 2021 that kicked all of this off. And so yeah, we've been still going through the rest of the Mardi Gras Paydirts, up to almost bottle number 60 of Paydirt sold. Again, that's just an incredible number to me as well. So thank y'all for that. And then I don't know how many dozens and dozens of giveaway bottles. those don't count in the number of the of Paydyrts and vials and stuff we've given away on the channel. So it's been a fun ride, I tell you that, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, this will be the one you guessed that on. And then I'm not sure, we may let it run for until the second, I'm not sure. We'll see when we're running out of February. It's a leap year, so we got an extra day. I'll have to do a leap year video, I think, just because, you got a free day, so I'll have to do something with it. So yeah, we'll figure that out. So I guess this is a good time to turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, where X marks the spot. Well, usually, unless there's a big pan full of water on it, where we're already after the treasure. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that. But beautiful 70-degree day here on the bayou. I got the pups out there and getting him some sun. I got my little guy over here in the chair getting him some sun. Hurricane. Actually, it's moved farther around since I started this, since I had to start over again. But at any rate, that's, it's the trials and tribulations of YouTubing. So yeah, it was we had wrapped. So Mardi Gras is wrapped up. We're all done with that for the year. Although y'all will still be receiving some Mardi Gras beads and goodies and stuff, and the prizes and pay dirts and stuff over the next year. Doubloons had not a single poker chip this year. That's what I was really out looking for. If y'all saw my after parade video, that's what I'm always questing. And since I found, well, I'm questing since last year when they started doing it, but I don't know if it was just that they cost too much for the expense this year, what the case may be, but I did not see a single one. But it was it was decent. Like I said, I just passed on the the last ones. I'd had enough, and the weather wasn't too great, and like I said, I've been down here for going on 18 years now. So a lot of the locals do not, they might have done it as kids, but as adults, it's more of a pain in the ass to them, especially if they live on or near the parade route. So yeah, but I ended up getting a king cake at the end for y'all might have seen on the Saturday night. Yeah, I cut it, and I'm gonna post a little. We're gonna look at the rest of our parade booty. Never showed that, and from the couple we did go to, I got a pretty good amount of stuff, and the king cake, which basically what I got was just the regular traditional king cake, which is basically a thick bread cinnamon roll. It's a denser bread than what you normally would have on a cinnamon roll that you would buy, but it's got a thick coating of icing, and they use the Mardi Gras colors, usually in colored sugar, or in this case with the sprinkles. I'm not a fan of sprinkles either, but when they sit in the icing like that, they get soft, so they're not crunchy sugar in your bites. But I just, they're usually that one would normally be, $12. I got it for $2.50. It was marked down. I mean, it still had a week of, a week of, sell by date on it. And it was fine. It was good. I gave 3/4 of it to my neighbor. Actually, I gave it to her last night. She came over. She's y'all saw last week we had the excuse me. I showed you the stuffed shells that she made and brought over for me that were just delicious. It had a cream cheese. I thought it was ricotta, but it was cream cheese along with the other cheeses and the sauce and the meat and stuff that were in them. But very, very good. Well, now she was trying her hand at some sushi, and she bought the rice. I mean the seaweed paper. I guess the wrap. I mean, it was rolled nice and tight too. Did a very nice job. It was laid out inside with the ingredients and really good. And then I had actually, I was really surprised. I'd posted this short for the Chef Ramsay's um, Chef Ramsay's beef Wellington bites, and I'd seen him on the Wolf Pit, which that's a channel that I've been watching for many years. He does, basically would show all the foods that, the dollar store, Dollar Tree, or all the different frozen foods, and compares all the stuff that that he eats, so you don't have to, and it shows you all the worst of the best of the worst and whatever. But he was doing all these chefs now have, Guy Fieri and one of the I don't watch any. I never cared about any of them except for Chef Ramsay. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember watching Graham, the Galloping Gourmet, and he was, the Englishman, and like I said, I was a little kid. Ramsay's about the only celebrity of movies, TV, music, anything that I would actually even bother looking up if I had a chance to see him, just because he's such a character, and I've been watching him since the first Hell's Kitchen came out, when I, like most of America, was introduced to him, and he was telling the women that would come up bitching at the pass, asking where their food was, and he'd invite them to go fuck off or go back to their plastic surgeon or make fun of their overblown boobs, or they'd just be, hey, you talk to me like that, And I'm like, man, this is crazy. But you got 5 of those little beef Wellington balls, and I'd tried them before, and they were really good. So in the video, I say it's the best frozen food that I've ever eaten, and no doubt, I was very surprised, and it was just cool getting a chance to try some, a version of beef Wellington that I've seen him on his show for, like I said, 20 years now, since I think it was like in 2004, wasn't it? Whenever something like that. Whenever he kicked off his show on Fox, I might even be sooner than that. I'll have to look. But anyway, like I said, there's no musicians, anybody in movies or television, or any celebrities that I would piss on if they were on fire these days. But I wouldn't mind getting a chance to see Gordon Ramsay. But yeah, so yeah, if it's overpriced for a frozen food, you would think, but you look at the Stouffer's stuff, and that's some pretty crap. There's my boy just had his little white paws stretched out underneath the door. I got the screen door open with getting some fresh air in there. There it is. You gonna pop it back out? Snowball. But yeah, like I said, for what you pay for Stouffer's stuff, it's and the quality of what it was really good. But yeah, I would highly recommend to come back to what we started with on this. I'd highly recommend trying the beef Wellington bites from as a treat, special treat. I just don't eat processed food like that to begin with. So I might get these now that since I like them as far as having them like for a meal. I may get have these on the rotation every couple of months. I'll pick up a box. Like I said, that just amazes me. That I liked it like the way I did. I was just would expected that. So I just found that cool. They're going, yeah, well, you like the Vegemite too, so that doesn't. I don't know that I trust your taste to be with mine. I had a lot of comments from the Vegemite videos saying, oh man, that was enough for a whole piece of toast you put on that one section, and usually it's made with it's better with a lot of butter, and basically you're taking bread and butter and adding a little Vegemite to that. And I put it on that thick because even then it was not an overpowering flavor in any way to me. It was very, like I said, very subtle, had a savoriness to it as well. I could see it. I mean, I don't usually use. I cook with butter, but if I'm having bread and butter, I'm using margarine. My I've been using. I can't believe it's not butter for decades. I'm interested though in getting some more of the Vegemite. You can get it on Amazon. I saw, so I'm going to be picking some of that up, and we'll do another taste test with it and see if it holds up because I really liked it. I heard there was a couple of comments saying it's an acquired taste, and you know, I don't know. But again, you guys also know I like chicken liver, and I don't like beef liver per se, but I do love my chicken livers. And straight Reaper peppers. So you may not be able to judge my tasting values with your own. So we're gonna work through this a little more, and I think what was I gonna? Oh yeah, I wrote that. Oh, that's it. That's it. Guess a number, any number. Pick a number between 1 and 100. As long as it's the same number I picked, you may be a wiener for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you all again so much for being part of that and making it to 1,000. It's taken a while, but that's it. I appreciate the fact that so many people be willing to click on, and if you hit that subscribe, make sure you also hit that notification bell because sometimes YouTube will actually send out notifications for these things. And if you could spare an extra thumbs up, that's appreciated as well. They tend to like that kind of stuff on regular channels. I don't think it makes a lot of difference on mine. Although they have views, like I said before, views have picked up on it, and definitely the number of subscribers it's almost doubled from the last previous couple of months for whatever reason that is. So again, thank you to everyone, and good luck on this live chat. Here's do I have it made up yet? Let me see. There may be something inserted here. If not, I'll have it done by the end of the video and I'll show it there. All right, we've got us a few scoops down to the end here. The bulk of the stuff out of our way. Let's see what we got. It should have a pretty good little amount, I would think, in here now. I already see a speck right there trying to run. I had my other phone going out here while I was going through this, and another one of the channels I watch for years now is the Liberal Hive Mind, and he's covering the story of another. Now it's a man on the girls basketball team. I believe it's again. It's either the UK or Europe. One of these libtard, gender affirmation put little girls in danger for the sake of wokeness areas. But I tell you guys, it is time for a worldwide trans ban. It shouldn't even have to be said. But this guy, this over 6 foot tall man, knocked out three of these little girls, took them out of their before halftime on their game, and they did not come back after halftime. And the coach, of course, puts out the pathetic, we had to we're saving our players for the playoff. Our injuries. We decided it's better to forfeit and heal up and be ready for the playoffs than to keep playing. Not the fact that there was a a biological man beating the shit out of little girls, basically with the blessing of the sports departments and the academics that see that this is that see nothing wrong. Or I mean, it's beyond disgusting. I'll put it on here. You can see for yourself here. Let me. It should get enough. That's where he just ripped it to the ground. And let me see if I can get
here to see the video below to view the incident. So let's go ahead and play that clip.
There he is. I got it blurred. And you can see when he rips the ball out of her hand, takes her down to the ground. Now you see her. Let me help you up. No, she's hurt. Actually, you see her holding her back. She's and two others like that. That's a guy you just want to beat the shit out of because
I know a lot of people want to talk about studies. They want to talk about statistics. And for the most part, I'm all for that. But in this case, really not necessary. I think the eye test is good enough.
The eye test.
What we just witnessed there is all you really ever need to see. You don't need to see another clip. You don't need to read another article. You don't need to analyze more studies or delve into the research. Just use your eyeballs. What is happening in youth female sports is unacceptable. Not just one player was injured in this game, but 3 different players on the squad.
And again, they don't say we quit because we don't want this guy beating up our girls. They say, oh, it's because they put some absurd woke reasons so they don't not to be offensive to the warped psycho that's getting off on beating up women. Because a lot of these guys, probably a good number of these guys, are just woman haters, and it just is no greater satisfaction than being able to dominate and legitimately beat the hell out of women now. And again, same thing. It wasn't that many. Just a few months ago, the field hockey player that had they hit the puck and knocked her teeth out. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen regularly to women's field hockey, because a woman slamming a puck that hits another woman is not producing the equivalent amount of force over the bone strength of the person being struck. So what I'm saying is the amount of available force to produce the velocity of a puck hitting a woman in the face by another woman is limited by her own muscle mass, bone density, all the things that make women equal in the field of sports, as opposed to you bring in a man of the same, even of lesser weight and body density, he is going to produce a force that, again, he hit that same puck and hits a man in the face. It's not going to knock his teeth out either, because the man will absorb it to the specifics of his physiology, as opposed to a woman that is being struck by an object that has been propelled by someone that has a much overall higher physical foot pounds of available force that is not equivalent. And that is why tends to be, that's why whenever any man bumps into a woman, the woman's going to be deflected and moved, because the density of the man is going to absorb and absorb any of her impact, and she will bounce off of him. In the same way, a woman striking a baseball or a puck or a volleyball is not going to produce the amount of force over another woman that her skeletal and body can't handle. That is directly opposite for what men do to them. So again, it's and then just the fact that it's that it's wrong. forget all the obvious scientific reasons why we all have known since we were little kids. I grew up with two little sisters. My job was to watch out for them and take care of them. And yeah, anytime we were playing rough, there was never any doubt that I was superior to their abilities, and was responsible for me not to hurt them. And I was always taught not to hit girls as it was. And had respect for women just as I had respect for everyone else. It was not, you didn't learn respect for women, you learned respect for people, period. And that included women, that included men, that included your elders, and strangers on the street. If they're older than you, if they're an adult, then you showed respect. That does not exist anymore. But yeah, so yeah, it is time. Like I said, it is time for a legitimate mass trans ban across all aspects of male female interactions, whether it's the Olympics, any sport, beauty pageants. It's enjoyable to see what's that woke piece of shit, Sports Illustrated, go down the tubes. They're they're tranny cover girls on their swimsuit episodes. What do you know? It did not make their it did not save their publication. So 2 out of 3 years they had airbrushed guys that trying to fool men into being attracted to other men. So and on some of those, yeah, when they do the airbrush and the full special effects on them, as a man you wouldn't know, except there's always just something that's not right about it. Facial features, neck, body, anything like that. It's just a repulsion, something that's distorted and warped out of what would you consider normal females. But yeah, that's something else, man. Knocking out 3 little girls playing basketball. I want to see a man on the WNBA, like the like those they're also in favor of supporting trans rights. that's would actually get people. They say that would actually get people watching that dumpster fire of the the most boring, actually the most boring sport tied in the world. But I think with women's soccer and this year the pro NBA All-Star game that got like not even like barely 4 million people watching it. World trash. Yeah, stick some men on the WNBA, and actually people would start watching those games then, just to see some of these skanks get knocked down and knocked out by by the men they hate so much that are now sharing their team. All right, well, we're gonna keep working on this, and we'll be back. I'm guessing the guesses are still rolling in. I have to try to keep track of how long I got between this and the end, so there's time to guess that number. Well, all right, we have reached the bottom of the jar. It looks like we've got maybe 2 scoops. 2 scoops of Raisin Bran. I was never a Raisin Bran fan. I thought it was absurd putting raisins in chocolate. I loved the Chunkies back when I was a kid. The Chunky was actually a big, chunky chunk of chocolate. And then you bite into it and you find out it has fucking raisins in it. Like, oh, yeah, that's just what every kid wants in his chocolate. Fruit. So that's it. We're at the end of a long jar. Like I said, it was a fun challenge going through all this. And having plenty of gold to recover from it definitely enhanced the enjoyment. So that's it. I'm going to get this worked down, and I'll be right back. All right, let's just see what we got waiting for us in the very end of the pan, the very end of the jar. Oh, I have to do a shout out to JP's bar. He had Chef V on with him at the bar last Saturday, which was very cool, along with the usual assortment of barflies in the room. But I got on there for a few minutes just to be able to share the screen with the great Chef V, and that was a lot of fun. So thank you again to JP's Lawns and More. Got a couple of Chef V ducks for the race. I did not win, but it was fun. Get a couple of his Paydirt bags out so you could win. So congratulations to the lucky folks. Can't remember. I know MJ won OnlyPans, won one of them. I can't remember the others, but yeah, always a good time at JP's bar. So there we go. A nice little bit to finish us off. I also have to do a shout out to a good friend of the channel, Vester. He's been in the live chats very often now for a while. Always tries to catch, and whenever when he doesn't, he'll always apologize that he couldn't. You guys never owe me an apology for you're not obligated because you're regular in the thing, or like you're playing hooky, or you're missing out on it. If you're not in the live chat, whenever you're catching it, whenever you can, it's just as much appreciated. I always feel bad whenever people say, "Man, I'm sorry I had to do this," or "Sorry I missed that." It's like, no, man, no sorry to it. Always a pleasure having you. and I know we'll catch you on the next one when you can. So the fact that you're still coming back and watching and bothering to leave a comment and the like, and like I said, it means a lot. So there is the remainder of our. Oh, you see that gold? There you go. More gold floating, zipping around on the surface. You have to add that drop, and you see as soon as that jet dry hits the water, it falls. But yeah, that Lynch gold, it likes to move around. Get up and get out of there. So yeah, definitely the magnet still had a bit of gold that was tangled up in it, even after like I said, I dropped it and lifted it and dropped it a few different times. But it was such a dense amount of it was such a dense amount of black sand, as y'all saw there, that it makes sense that stuff this fine is going to have the potential for getting trapped in it, even whenever like I said, it's small, and that stuff was a bunch of magnetics and that. So all right, well, we'll get this. Actually, let's go ahead and rinse that. Nothing else in the bottom of our pan, nothing floated down. We'll hit a little water up there, clean water. And there we go. So all right, we will that dried up, and yes, Gizmo's back in the house now. He's whimpering from inside the house. We will get that dried up and look at that with our first batch that we took out, and you guys can start guessing those numbers, and we'll pick the winner for our live chat. All right, hopefully enough time has passed. We can move on with our giveaway, the 1K sub giveaway. There's the Gator Garden is pile of gold there in the swamp off the bayou. And it's got the 1K giveaway 24. And that bottle will have, you see, 0.52 grams of some very beautiful, some of my, you have been drawing balls there. My favorite gold, that's right, gold nugget sales. So that without the little piece of fuzz. But yes, it's some beautiful gold from Mike at Gold Nugget Sales. It'll be going in this bottle. 0.52 grams. So let's back out of there and see who is the lucky winner of the 1000 sub live chat winner for number 9. It is a totally randomly selected number. So yes, the winner is number 9. Congratulations. And thank you all so much for 1,000 subscriptions and support for the channel. And like I said, leaving the comments, the shares, and all the 13,500 hours of viewing. So really appreciate it. Actually, we've gone up to 0.53 now. So it's increasing in weight as the longer we wait. Maybe it'll get up to if I leave it sit there, it can get up to a gram. But yeah, at any rate, some beautiful, like I said, some beautiful Gold Nugget Sales gold for you. Thank you so much for participating, everybody, on the live chat giveaway tonight. So let's look at what we are. Hold on, let me get this situated. All right, I think we're situated now. And we've got This is our gold that was recovered from the tailings. So not as much as it suggested whenever I was first digging it out of there, but enough to, I think it should show up on the weight on the scale. So let's go ahead and add it just to see what was in all that black sand magnetics. And so that 0.05, oh, watch out there. That can be disastrous. Yeah, between 5 and 6 on that. So if I was using the 3-digit scale, it'd probably be 0.055, 0.57 to, damn it. Just fumbling everything here. So that is our weight of our gold there, which there is what came before. And yes, that is some awesome Lynch mining gold. Add it to the pile. All right. So this will be our official weigh-in of the gold for the guessing. And again, that Lynch gold is just some incredible stuff. Big thank you again to Ron Andrews for sending that and giving me the opportunity to do this with you guys, because it was a lot of fun, and like I said, it was pretty challenging. So let's start adding to our pile here. Love y'all watch the other video you saw. You got a pretty good look at an amount of it there. We're even more at that. We're almost up to 485, 495, and then we still have that much gold left in the paper. So yeah, there we go. It's time to fade out as we dump the rest of our gold in. So there we have it. Enter your guesses on this video for your weight. Is that little flake of something in there? I'm not sure what that is, but it's negligible as far as affecting our weight. So yeah, we're just gonna still we've got it locked in for the amount. So you're 0.00 is what we're looking for on the guess 3 digits. Again, there's your gold that's coming for your guess the number tonight. It's like I said, beautiful stuff. So good luck to everyone on guess the number, and we'll see. I want to give everybody a chance to get it, so it might be next week. We might hold it out for 2 weeks to give everybody on the channel, the subscribers, a chance to get a chance to play and enter a guess. But it won't be any longer than that. So we'll see. And thank y'all again so much. And before we go on this one, I have to do a little shout out. I had, I see while I was doing the video, I had some mail come in from viewer, Mr. Paul Anthony. He had asked for my address and he wanted to send me something to try. And I got it in the envelope with this cardboard. It said, let me know what you think of this 7-pepper mix. Enjoy, sir. So that's what it came in, this little Ziploc bag. As you can see, it's got a little bit crunched in the mail. They really put some pressure on these envelopes from where it was folded up. And you can see the grain, just like if it was sand in there, but grain from the peppers, kind of. But it's still, it didn't penetrate. It's still in good shape. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a little taste test on it right now. It's got a very, very subtle smell to it, not as strong, but it's I got some pepper up my nose, but it's very pulverized, very very finely ground. There is one, that's a peppercorn chunk right there. That's kind of why that has some of those get in there, have the punches on, little crimps in the bag. So let's go ahead and do a taste on that and see what we think of our 7-pepper mix. Oh, I'm definitely tasting some cayenne and some other kind of subtle flavors in there, and a good burn coming through on the tongue. It's still building. We'll take a look at the bottle again while we're waiting for the pepper to work here. Say thank you again to everybody for, it's a 1,000 sub threshold, and that's, like I said, that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm getting a little heat building up still on the tongue, a little bit in the back of the throat, but mostly on the tongue. And along with there's our T-Rap Trump coin that he had sent me. Very cool. Love that red, white, and blue. Very good taste to them, though. Very, very nice flavor. It's starting to get a little stopped up on the nose, I think, from snorting snorting a little bit of it, but I like that. That's a nice blend for sure. Like I said, the only real one I detect, excuse me, is cayenne. But I can say I can detect other flavors in it that I like it. Very good. So thank you so much, Paul. That's very nice. Appreciate that. So, all right. What are you wanting? What are you wanting? Is this something? Is it time for something? Yeah, there's a little. He shows his hind legs. It means he's really wanting something. Well, all right. That will do it. Looks like for this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I've been your host, Bayou Gold Guy, and yeah, it actually took a little while. I had some work that popped up this week, so I had to jump on that. So this is again Friday early in the day, trying to get this stuff finished up and processed for tonight. So maybe I'll stick something in the community page just as a reminder that for the giveaway and the live chat on it tonight. Make sure people are alerted to be able to. That's a pretty good bottle for a half gram for the live chat guess the numbers. So hopefully, like I said, enough people got a chance to get a shot at that. And again, congratulations to the winner. Let me also say, Alan Curry, you still have not gotten a hold of me at BayouGoldGuy79@gmail.com. So if y'all have anybody knows Alan, drop him an email and tell him to get in touch with me for his yes baby boy prize. And Like I said again, congratulations to the winner tonight. So I guess actually it was a little more I was going to tack on the end of this, but I just don't have time for editing it out, so editing it through. So we'll deal with that on another episode. But yeah, as of today, 255 days until the election. So it's going to be on us in no time. Yesterday, I still haven't heard. We had the big communications outage with AT&T. Cellular phone across the service across the nation was disrupted, as well as um, pharmacy, some kind of major pharmacy hack. So they were saying, is this a cyber attack? Is it sunspots? But or is it a trial run for something? Just a matter realize we've had 3 years of free entry to every criminal terrorist scumbag. They just listed the last the countries with the most people coming in, and there's been over like 30,000 Chinese, that have come in to the country. 20,000 in the Nazi Islam slot. So yeah, the potential for terrorists that are already in here that have had 3 years to work and to set up something is anytime there's something like this, because that would be the first step. If you're going to do something, a terrorist attack in this country would be if you could disrupt the communications across the nation at the emergency rooms for recovering medical information or for processing that kind of stuff. That's a pretty big shot. So none of this can be taken for granted anymore, because we know for a fact that there are terrorists in this country right now that are actively plotting to try to bring it down. So, and from not just one country. So, it's pretty absurd that it's going on. But so yeah, again, stay vigilant, my friends, and like I said, we'll see how it goes. But thank you all once more for the support for the channel. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give it a thumbs up if you have a chance. And Gizmo certainly appreciates it every time I it keeps him from getting beaten unless we get 100 likes on this channel, the dog gets beaten. No, he's my baby boy. It's almost a year since he showed up at the door, and I have gotten rather attached to him. So once again, thank y'all, and I hope you have a great week, whatever time you're watching this video after the fact. But thank you to everyone in the live chat. And until the next time, this is Bayou Gold Guys saying, take care of each other. Have situational awareness out there, and peace out, my friends.